Hello again. If you managed to catch some sunshine on your Saturday, then consider yourself to be relatively lucky. Most of us didn't. And as we move through the rest of this evening and tonight, well, I think a lot of cloud to come across much of the country once again. It should mean that most of us escape much in the way of frost, but the clouds certainly thick enough across parts of the north to produce a little bit of rain. I can see that rain coming in from the Atlantic this evening, bringing some damp weather to Northern Ireland, western and northern Scotland initially, then slowly trickling its way further south and east across Scotland. Ahead of that, across eastern Scotland, we could see a few cloud breaks here, so an early frost is possible. But for many of us, you'll see this veil of cloud remains well and truly intact across the country, which means that I think a lot of us will start Sunday morning frost-free. It will be frost-free, but it will be grey and rather cloudy once again. And I think through this central swathe of the country, close to this weather front, the cloud will be thick enough for the odd spot of rain or drizzle at times through the day. Further to the south, I think a better chance of seeing a few breaks in the cloud developing compared to what we saw on Saturday, but don't hold your breath. I think they will be fairly fleeting, fairly tenuous. The best of the sunshine always across northern Scotland, but here it will be relatively chilly, just 5 or 6 degrees here, in comparison to something just a little bit milder than recent days across the south. Through the evening then, I think the clear skies across the north of Scotland will gradually give way to thicker cloud pushing back in from the southwest, and that's all tied into the next Atlantic front, which is showing its hand towards the northwest. So high pressure has been our friend for a good few days now. It will remain just about in charge of things across the south, but we've got this deep area of low pressure which is going to whiz across the north of the country, bringing some strong winds, a weather warning in force from Monday into Tuesday across Scotland. And as these winds swing round towards the northwest, so we tap into some colder air, particularly for central and eastern parts of the UK. So for the next couple of days, we can sum it up by saying we've got a windy start to the week, certainly, especially across the north. Milder for a time for many of us, but then as we move towards the middle part of the week, it will be turning that bit colder again. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Take care.